and welcome back to another day at Norristown Lady Eagles home field. Today the Lady Eagles will be taking on Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. The starting lineup for the Eagles today is Steph Dinolfi playing second, Sarah Rossetti playing first, Brianna Kennedy pitching, Monica Levins at shortstop, Sammy Kidd playing center field, Taylor Copestick behind the plate, Sammy Kampmeyer in left, Gina Palecchio playing third, and Natalie Mitchell playing right field. And the game is underway. The runner is just thrown out at second. A great throw down by Taylor Copestick. It's 1 out in the top of the first. Nice pitch by Brianna for a strike. The count is 1-2 on the batter. Fly ball into center field. Caught by Sammy Kidd for out number 2 of the inning. Pitch 1 is a ball. A little blooper back to the pitcher Brianna Kennedy for the third out of the inning, and now we're bottom of the first inning. Lady Eagles against Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. Up first for the Eagles, we'll have Steph Dinolfi, Sarah Rossetti, and Brianna Kennedy. Steph Dinolfi is one of the 5 seniors playing for the Eagles this year. She's been playing on varsity all 4 years.
Leading off for Norristown, second baseman number 2, Steph Dinolfi.
Pitch 1 is a strike. The count is 0-1. The ball's hit to left center. Caught by left fielder, and that's the first out of the inning. Up next is Sarah Rossetti playing first base for the Eagles.
Now batting first baseman number 1, Sarah Rossetti.
Pitch 1 is a ball. The count is 1-0. Pitch 2 is ball 2. The count is now 2-0. High ball 3. 3-0 against first baseman Sarah Rossetti. There's a strike. The count is now 3-1 with 1 out. Ball 4 and Sarah Rossetti is walked. Bringing up the pitcher, Brianna Kennedy. There's a runner on first with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch 1 is a ball. Sarah Rossetti gets a nice lead off of first.
9-3 Kennedy.
Pitch 2 is a low ball. Sarah Rossetti moving. She's standing at second as the ball gets by the catcher. Brianna shows bunt. The ball goes foul. Sarah returns to second. The count is now 2-1 on the pitcher. Strike 2. The count is now 2-2 with 1 out. Runner on second. High ball 3. There's a full count now with 1 out and a runner on second. Swinging strike 3 for Brianna Kennedy, so that would be 2 outs in the bottom of the first, and there's a runner on second. Up next for the Eagles is the shortstop, Monica Levens. Monica swings at the first pitch, sending it deep into right field as Sarah Rossetti rounds third and is on her way home. Monica's going for a triple, and she will get there safely standing up. The score is now 1-0, Norristown Eagles. Up next for the Eagles is Sammy Kidd, the center fielder. Sammy is one of the other seniors that are on the team this year.
Up to bat, center fielder number 5, Sammy Kidd.
Sammy looks at the first pitch. It's called a ball. Second pitch is a low ball, gets away from the catcher, but Monica remains at third. The count is 2-0. Strike 1 against the center fielder. The count is now 2-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Sammy looks at strike 2. The count is now 2-2. High ball 3. There's a full count on the center fielder. 2 outs and the runner still on third. Sammy swings and fouls it off. The count is still 3-2. Since there's 2 outs and a full count on the batter, you should see Monica Levens at third taking off on every pitch. Sammy swings at the next pitch and puts it into left field. Monica scores and Sammy is safe at first. It is now 2-0 Norristown Eagles with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Up next is the catcher, Taylor Copestick.
Now batting catcher number
Taylor swings at the first pitch and sends it to the shortstop, who throws it over to first for the third out of the inning. The score at the end of the first is 2-0 Norristown. And now in the top of the second, we have the catcher Jan Francisco, the shortstop Watson, and left fielder Lurdy coming up for PW. The pitch is high. She swings and fouls it off. Popped up, caught by first baseman Sarah Rossetti for the first out of the inning. Up next, we have the shortstop Watson. It's a nice windy day at Norristown Field today, so it should put some balls in the air. First pitch is swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. 1 out in the top of the second. The score is 2-0 Norristown. Pitch 2 is a strike. Count is 0-2 with 1 out. Popped up to center field, caught by Sammy Kidd. That is the second out of the inning. Up next is the left fielder, Lurdy. She swings at the first pitch and puts it into right field. The ball is called fair, and she's safe at first. There's now a runner on first with 2 outs in the top of the second. Next up is number 7, Ryan Haney. She swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. The count is now 0-1. Swings at pitch 2 and puts it into left field. Runners are safe at both first and second. And next up for the Colonials is right fielder Tanton. There are 2 outs in the top of the second. She swings at the first pitch and sends it to second baseman Stefan Offie, who quickly tags second for the third out of the inning. Going into the bottom of the second, the score is still 2-0 Norristown. Leading off in the bottom of the second for Norristown is the left fielder, Sammy Kampmeyer. Pitch 1 is a ball. Sammy is also one of the seniors on varsity this year. She swings at pitch 2 for a strike. The count is now 1-1 with no outs. Pitch 3 is high. The count is now 2-1. She swings at the next pitch for a strike. The count is now 2-2 with no outs. Low and outside for a ball. There's a now full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the left fielder, Sammy Kampmeyer. Low ball 4, and Sammy Kampmeyer's walked. Next up is third baseman Gina Palecchio, one of the other seniors starting on varsity this year. Gina swings at the first pitch and sends it up the middle to the center fielder. Sammy is safe at second, and Gina is safe at first. There are now 2 runners on with no outs in the bottom of the second. And up next is right fielder Natalie Mitchell.
Now batting right field number 4, Natalie Mitchell.
Natalie's the only freshman on the varsity team this year. Pitch 1, she shows bunt, pulls back and takes the ball. The count is now 1-0. Both runners get a nice jump but return to their bases safely. Pitch 2 is a strike. The count is now 1-1 with no outs in the bottom of the second. The next pitch is bunted up. Missed by the catcher for another strike. That's strike 2 on Natalie. Ball high. Ball low. Ball gets away from the catcher. Runners at first and second with no outs in the bottom of the second. High ball to walk Natalie Mitchell. The bases are now loaded. Back to the top of the lineup with the second baseman, Stefan Offie. A quick conference between the catcher and the pitcher, where the catcher will now try to calm her pitcher down after a walk and giving up 2 hits. She returns to the plate. D'Onofrio gets into the box.
Now batting second baseman number 2, Stefan Offie.
First pitch is a strike. Bases loaded with no outs in the bottom of the second. Scores 2-0 Norristown. Pitch 2 is a ball. The count is 1-1. Ball 2. The count is now 2-1. High ball 3 against Stefan Offie. Another ball from the pitcher, and she will have walked in the 3rd run for Norristown today. Stefan Offie swings at the first pitch, and it goes off the pitcher's foot. 1 run scores, and all 3 runners are safe at the bases. The score is now 3-0 Norristown.